Donald Trump crashed the stock market. You can see it was at $610. SPY went all the way down to 480. Yet I'm up about 15 grand since February, and I haven't made a single change to my portfolio. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I was able to do it so you can copy it and make money as well. Because I know most people are freaking out. Their portfolio is crashed. They're down 50%, 75% because they went all in near the top, and now they're losing everything. And if you simply just follow what I show you in this video, you can see how I was able to at least break even for most of it, still make money in the first half of the crash. And again, I have not touched this portfolio once. I didn't have to worry about the market crashing. I didn't have to take any additional trades. And I'm going to show you how I did it. And then later towards the end of the video, I'm just going to give you my honest thoughts as a 7-year trader on what I think is going to happen next in the market. I actually just got in a huge position here, which I'll share about again towards the end of the video. But nevertheless, let's get into it. So how was I able to do this? Well, you can see this is one of my accounts. This one has about $50,000 in the account. You can see I started February 6th. It's been growing relatively nicely. And you can see over here on the right, every single trade that I've been taking is on SPX. And if you don't know SPX for whatever reason, SPX is basically the S&P 500. It is the market. It's the overall market. It's the index. And I've been doing these trades all by taking options trades, all right? But again, here's the catch. I did not take any of these trades myself. And no, I didn't have anyone manage these trades for me as well. All I did was use an AI options trading bot, okay? And I know a lot of crazy things about bots get thrown around and, oh, they don't work, they're AI, like, can we really trust it? All this stuff. But I just want to show you how it works and show you how it was able to make money throughout this crash, okay? So let's just go to 1 hour chart and make this really, really simple, really easy. Now, the way that this options bot works is super simple, okay? Every day that it decides to take a trade, it's going to get into 2 different positions. Let me actually just make myself smaller. There we go. So it gets into 2 different positions every single day, all right? So the first one is going to be a bullish position, and the next one is going to be a bearish position, right? So the way this works is it's a neutral strategy, okay? It gets in 2 trades, bullish and bearish. So if the market goes up, this one will make money, this one will lose, and etc. going forward, okay? Now you may be asking, well, how does this thing lose money then? If I'm getting in both bear, both bullish, where does it lose money? Where does it make money? Well, it's a neutral strategy, and it relies on actually low volatility markets. Here's where things get crazy. All right? I know the past few weeks have been crazy volatile, but this actually makes money on low volatile markets. And because it has both a bearish and a bullish position, it'll make money when the market kind of does nothing. So just for example, if we take just the bullish position for an example, let's say the market opens right here. The way that this price is going to lose money is that, or this trade is going to lose money, is if price goes down. Now, the cool thing about this is that there's a specific limit to where it will actually start to lose money. And it's not right where you get into the price or right where you get into the trade. So for example, let's just say this is the price opens right here at 6,000, just like this. We put on a bullish trade. This bullish trade will still make money even if price starts to fall a little bit, okay? It only is going to lose money when price falls a lot. It goes down a lot, okay? Same thing with the bearish position. So with the bearish position, same exact thing, it would kind of look like this. So let's say the bearish position opens right here and it goes down. Obviously, if it's a bearish position, it's going to make money when the market goes down, but it can still make money if the market goes up, as long as it goes up just a little bit. So basically what happens with these 2 trades when you combine them is you get a position that makes money when the market stays neutral and it stays within these kind of bounds, within these 2 zones throughout the day. And that's how this bot makes money. And you may be asking, well, how does it lose money? Well, it loses money when price goes outside of that zone, right? When it gets very volatile, the price goes way outside, up above the zone, price goes way downside, below the zone, that's where this loses money. And you're probably thinking, Jordan, this makes no sense, because if this was the case, you would be screwed in a market crash. Like in something like this, like it just goes crazy volatility, like crazy volatile. How would you still be able to make money using this AI options bot? And the answer to that is very simple, okay? This AI options bot only takes trades when it knows there's going to be low volatility environments. And it's, of course, not going to be 100% correct, but for the most part, it works. You can see over here on the right-hand side, you can kind of see the average of like wins and losses you'd expect on these trades. You can see when it loses. I mean, here's a pretty big red day, $3,500, but typically around $1,500, $600, $200. When it wins, $1,700, $1,500, etc. And again, the reason for that is because typically when it loses, it only loses on one trade because the market just goes in one direction. So it's going to lose on this trade, right? Might lose money on the bearish trade. It'll make money on the bullish one. And when it makes money on both. So that's kind of where the edge comes into play. That's how this really makes money. And again, the real kind of edge here is that the bot just doesn't take that many trades. If you take a look here, you can see there's a few trades in March. In April so far, we've only taken one, a few at February. And I believe I can go to the calendar right here, and you can see so far in March, like there were many days where this did not take any trades. And again, all that's due because the market is crashing, because of Donald Trump, because of whatever. That's just what I'm putting forth in front of you. And so that's what I'm doing during this market crash to make money, is I'm simply sitting on the sidelines, letting my bot do the work. I'm not messing with any portfolios. I'm not switching up all these different stocks and adding and selling and doing all this crazy stuff. I'm simply letting AI use the advantage for me, make money for me while the market's crashing. And again, the crazy part about all this is this bot is only meant to make money in non-volatile environments. But because of the nature of how AI works, how it can identify when volatility is coming, it stays out and it doesn't trade during those times. Again, not 100% accurate, but for the most part, it works. And if you're more interested, I have a whole proven track record. We've actually licensed this bot to about 60 different clients so far. We have about $1 million in total capital allocated already. So if you're interested, first link in the description below if you want to get access to this. But now what I want to talk about is essentially what I'm doing next and what I think is happening in the market going forward. And if I had to guess, and I'll just show you guys my position real quick, I recently got into a bunch of long positions on SPY calls. You can see this is SPY. So I got in December 17th. This is so far out. This is called Leaps long-term options, okay? December 17th, 2027. All right, we got 2 more years on this. The 600 calls, the 550, and the 500. All right, I'm up like close to $2,000 on them right now. And I'll show you why I decided to get into these positions, right? Now, just for context, if I go over to SPY, you can see I have, I'll go to the weekly chart, make it a little bit easier. I have the 500s, which is basically just at the money right here. The 550s right here, and the 600s back towards these all-time highs is my strike position. And my official guess, my official prediction is that the market has bottomed, okay? The market has officially bottomed. Now, I actually tweeted about this today, 9:54 a.m., The crazy part is, you can see I said, today's the bottom, all in long SPY. If I go even to the 1 minute chart, it's actually crazy timing. I will say this is luck. I'm not like a genius. I'm just a smart guy that's been in the markets for 7 years. But 9:54 is right here, and this thing just skyrocketed right after this news. So I got pretty lucky on that. That being said, why do I think the bottom's in? What do I think you should do with your portfolio? Why did I go all in long? Well, it's a matter of a few things, okay? All in all, the reason for this correction is mainly because of the tariffs with Donald Trump. Now, do I think that's going to crash the economy and go into recession? No. Okay, he knows what he's doing. He's a businessman. He's smart. In the short term, may cause some ruffles? Sure. Do I believe in the S&P 500 and the American economy in the long term? Yes, of course. Look at this thing over a freaking 20-year timeline. Do you think this thing is going to go any lower? No. This is just a decent-sized pullback for the market to continue going higher, which is my official guess. Now, what made me actually want to buy today? Why did I say today is the bottom? I could have called it here, could have called it here, here, but I thought today was actually going to be bottom. And just mainly because of this. One simple hack that I use in my actual day trading strategies that I teach to my mentors and all that kind of stuff, which is speed. Not a lot of people talk about this, but speed is extremely important. Okay, and if we go to US 500, which is basically, actually, we'll just go to ES Futures, make it easy. ES Futures, I don't know why these purple lines are on here. All right, let me just go back to US 500. I'll just go to SPX 500, make it easier. So this is essentially the futures market. All right, let me get rid of all these drawings. Go on to the daily chart here. The thing that I saw was actually in after hours was speed. Okay, I saw right here price rip higher. And yes, the market's been tanking and it's been going down really fast as well. But I saw that we moved up really fast as well. That's what I was looking for, because the real key here in understanding markets and how they work is that speed is key. Because here's the thing. Markets only move, and you should write this down, markets only move when, what happens? When there are market orders being bought. If I am a trader and I put 500 shares to buy right here at 492, that is not going to affect the market. That is not in the short term going to make the market move higher or move lower. The thing that will do that is buying market orders. That is called aggressive buying. Because I'm saying if I'm market buying right now, I don't care what price I get filled. I just want to get in now. And that tells me that you have very aggressive buyers that are going to push price higher. Now, the reason this is so important is because I saw that happen in the early AM session. I could see right here, if we zoom in, market opened like this. We came down relatively slow. You can see we had some wicks, we had some pullbacks, and then boom. We just skyrocketed right here, right higher from this 481 all the way up to 496. Now I saw this around 954, it's around 490. I saw this huge move higher, just disrupted this entire bearish move right here. And I saw, okay, we now have aggressive buyers buying down here. That means there's a potential bottom going in. Now, did I actually go all in SPY long? No, I did get in very, very heavy though. And I am still holding cash in case price wants to go lower. Because let me tell you, if this thing goes any lower, we got beautiful demand zones down here. We got this resistance that we almost tapped off of right here. We have this one as well right here. Beautiful demand zone all the way down here if we look in the monthly chart. Beautiful. So if this thing dumps even more, I am going to load the freaking boat. I'm going to load up, try and get in long as much as I can down here. But ultimately, I think the bottom might be in. And again, I could be wrong. I don't care. I'm playing long term. I got 2 years out on these options. I'm chilling. I think this thing is going to go way back past all-time highs before 2028, which is when my contracts end. And that should make me around 400% minimum on these contracts, which I'm really, really excited about. So that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Again, if you want and you're interested about Cashflow AI, that's the trading bot that we license out to clients. You can click the first link in the description. And also, if you're into investing, all that kind of stuff, I started a brand new channel, essentially going over investing, long-term stuff, more stuff like this, not really specific to day trading. And if you're interested in that and you want to rebalance your portfolio, learn the strategies and secrets I've used to make millions of dollars without actually using day trading, go ahead. I'll link the first video I made on that channel. This basically shows you how to live off dividends. I'll link that in the description below so you can check that out if you want to do that as well. But hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, check out the links below, and I'll see y'all in the next video.